Hi, it's Steve with Desert Dwellers, and today we're going to be building a couple AR-15 uppers, my brother Carl and I, and we're going to start with this Anderson Arms 24-inch length spiral fluted barrel on the Palmetto State Armory slick-sided AR-15 upper with the grill. So first we're going to put this in
like that.
Get this locked into the vise.
Flip it right over, and it's like that. And it drops right down inside the vise.
And we're going to lock it into our little vise.
There we go.
Nice and snug. And the barrel is going to fit just nice.
The barrel's notched so it fits in the little groove in the top of the upper.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now earlier I took apart my other upper because I'm using parts off that for this one and bought all new parts for that one. But I needed the longer barrel nut for the longer forearm that I'm going to be putting on this one. So we're going to put this barrel nut on this guy. And then we're going to put the big wrench here, get it in there. Get it nice and snug. So far pretty easy. Now we're going to put together the gas tube. Now this I got from the gas tube and gas block from Ballistic Advantage. And this is a standard black, but this is the melonite coated, so it's black. Because what little bit I'm going to have showing, I want it all black. I didn't want the silver stainless steel gas rod. So we're going to do this, and we'll show you how we can get it installed. The gas rod came with a little pin here in the front, and you'll see it right here. And of course, it's going to slip in right there, and we got to cut this guy open and put it together. Alright, so we got our gas tube pinned in there. It's a little rough, but because I didn't want to mar it up because this will be exposed. But now we're just going to slip it in. Over. Work it over gently. And then of course right here you got to feed your gas tube in through that little hole. And put her in like such. Now, this barrel was already dimpled on one side, so we're going to take it out of the vise, we're going to spin it over, we're going to lock it down. So we'll grab that into the barrel. And as you can see right here, we got the two set screws that will lock it into place. The right size? No, that's not the right size.
It should be. That's one that took the other ones out.
No, different things. This one's smaller.
Smaller screws than the other one was?
Yes. Do the back one first.
Yeah,
that's the one with the dimple.
Oh, those are way smaller.
Yes. The dimple, of course, forces it to line up properly, where you don't have to worry about your if it's off left or right.
That might be metric.
Now you just got it into the dimple finally. Now we're going to be applying a little, once we're sure everything's going to line up right, we're going to back them back out and put a little thread lock on these, and so they don't back out on us at any time, but we want to verify everything looks nice and straight, which it does. It looks perfectly straight. Very nice. Alright, so we took the set screws back out, put some Loctite on them, put them back down, nice and snug. It's not going to move now. Screws aren't going to back out. We got this aluminum forearm that we're going to slip on here. I wanted to put one on this barrel. So
it's your standard 12-inch key mod.
And just slips right on over. Now, to get the Picatinny rails from both the receiver and the key mod handguard, we're going to use this little riser, and we're just going to put it on across both sides, tighten it up, catch both sides first, there we go, and that will align them left and right. Just one. Alright, now you tighten these down. They have a 3-piece tightening system. Involves the nut, or the screw, the nut, which is a, kind of hard to see, but it has a slight
Bevel.
on one side, and then a bevel piece that goes on the opposite side. So the nut goes through here, and you can tell because it has a little hole. The bevel side will go towards just the barrel nut. Slip it into a hole. And do the same on the opposite side. Squeeze them together.
Make sure the bevels are pointing down toward the barrel nut.
Yes. And then just start tightening them up. Now I just go until I know it's caught, and until we get all 4 in place and everything's feeling good, then I'll go back and tighten them all up pretty good. Actually a pretty ingenious way of how they did this.
It is. It works really well. Just got to make sure you get them all tight, back and forth. Because if you tighten one loosens, and
I noticed that. Okay, now I got them all in, but they're not snugged up yet. But now you kind of got to go back and forth and get them all to an equal pressure, because as you tighten one up, the next one's going to get a little looser. So you just go back and forth until you're happy that all of them are nice and snug. Again, don't put too much pressure on it because you don't want to blow out the threads. The aluminum, I don't think you can hurt. You might be able to damage it, but I would not put way too much pressure on it. And so just back and forth. Do it. A concern, if you get it too close to the receiver, your lower receiver may not open up properly. So that's why we're doing this first. And that's pretty snug. So, grab that side, break this out again. Alright, so for the most part, it's finished. I'm going to take this rail off here. And nice alignment here.
we want to check the upper, make sure that our lower, make sure the lower fits. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to put the bolt in and stuff. Slip this in place. Upside down. All that feels good. Alrighty. Now we've got the lower here. And we've got a washing machine going on this side here. And there you go. Now we're going to double check. One comes out pretty easy, which is good. Pop it all the way open. It opens all the way, so that's
perfect.
Happy.
Charge the bolt a couple times.
I'm going to be using my global Osprey scope that I've had on here before. Lock down. Now, of course, it's going to have to completely be sighted in, but you see, everything closes. And that's my new 24-inch barrel AR-15. Alright, thanks for watching. Keep watching, subscribe, and have any comments or questions, just leave them in the comment section. Thanks.